Today is May 29th, and we are 2 days away from officially being halfway through 2020. And at this halfway point, the U.S. is currently sitting at a record high unemployment rate with more than 40 million Americans out of work. And Minneapolis is being burned to the ground as our country descends into complete chaos. Riots have destroyed the city of Minneapolis after the peaceful protests, which started on Tuesday, in response to the killing of George Floyd by police officer Derek Chauvin, devolved into violent riots, resulting in the governor of Minnesota declaring a state of emergency and activating the National Guard. Tuesday of this week, protesters took to the streets to march for justice and demand that the police officers involved be arrested and charged with murder. But this stance and solidarity soon took a turn for the worst as looters and rioters began burning down buildings and stealing and destroying everything in sight.
He is in Planet Fitness working out.
Take this building, for example. This was a site that was designated for low-income housing in Minneapolis. It has now been burned to the ground, and local Americans have also resorted to having to defend their own businesses with their own firearms as police stand down and retreat from the city under siege.
They said run up in here and see what happened. On fan out here with them blicks on them. Blicks on them. Run up in this black on, nigga. You see that black on? Run up in this bitch. Oh my mama, we gonna do that to y'all ass.
Just last night, rioters overran the Minneapolis Police 3rd Precinct, where the 4 officers involved with the death of Floyd worked, before being fired on Tuesday. Footage shows rioters tearing down the fence outside of the precinct before making their way inside, ultimately burning down the entire building, resulting in officers abandoning the area and retreating. And while these riots started in Minneapolis, they have spread throughout the nation, with Thursday night being one of the most violent across the board. In Louisville, Kentucky, rioters tried to flip a police transport truck before shots were fired into a group of protesters. In Denver, protesters blocked traffic, resulting in one man intentionally being hit by a car, and shots were fired at the Colorado State Capitol building. And in Ohio, rioters stormed the Ohio State House, breaking windows, and a SWAT team was ultimately deployed to secure the area. As the nation further descends into chaos, President Trump has taken to Twitter to share that he cannot stand back and watch this happen, calling out the mayor of Minneapolis as a weak, radical leftist, sharing that he is sending in the National Guard to assume control because when the looting starts, the shooting starts. And Twitter actually flagged this tweet for glorifying violence while allowing thousands of tweets in support of these riots to go untouched. For example, many celebrities and politicians have tweeted in support of these riots, sharing that this violence and destruction is justified because people are angry. But what about those who are on the other side of these riots? This old clip of a business owner from the LA riots is a striking example of the toll these events take on small business owners, and how we are unfortunately seeing history repeat itself.
Don't burn down my home! Come on, God. I worked too hard for this! I don't even understand nothing. Come on. That's not right! That's not right! That's not right what y'all doing! I came from the ghetto too! Same as all of you did! Y'all need to listen! But y'all messed up my business! And you call it black power! You mad at the white man? Why destroy my business? Why destroy my truck? Why steal my computer? I'm trying to make it! Could you understand that? Can y'all see it? I'm trying to make it!
Tonight is set to be another long night of chaos throughout the country as various activist groups continue to organize protests around the nation. And while almost everyone in the country was united on justice for the killing of George Floyd, it has now devolved into a chaotic and counterproductive mess that has only served to further the divide within our already very divided country. This has been Savannah Hernandez for Action 7 News.